students, welcome to our session for today in Let's Learn Science. I am your science teacher, Miss Urban, and our topic for today is all about causes of plate movement. Why do plates move? Before we start, may I request all of you to have your lecture notebook with you, your pen, your module, and your answer sheet for week 7. Our subtopics for today's discussion are seafloor spreading, we have convection current, and we have the plate tectonics theory. So let's discuss first the seafloor spreading. What is seafloor spreading? It is a geologic process which occurs in divergent plate boundaries where plates split apart. So as we can remember on our discussion before on plate boundaries, one of the significant geologic features that is being formed in divergent plate boundary is the new ocean floor. So we have here in the picture the formation of the new ocean floor. So how does it happen? As the plates move here in the oceanic ridge, the magma rises up and fills the gap on the separation between the two plates that have moved away. Okay, and since the temperature here in the oceanic ridge is cooler compared to the temperature here in the mantle, the magma solidifies and it turns into rock. Okay, so those magma will then form the new ocean floor as the plates move away from each other. Okay, so again, as magma rises up, the plates or it fills the gap in the oceanic crust here in the oceanic ridge. As the plates move away from each other, it solidifies because there is the change in temperature. The oceanic ridge has cooler temperature compared to the temperature here in the mantle. Okay, now this formation of new ocean floor, since as you can see here in the third and last picture, we can say that the ocean floor becomes wider, meaning the seafloor is spreading. So this phenomenon has been discovered by Robert Dietz and Harry Hess in the early 1960s. So in that time, they had used different equipments to explore our ocean floor. Okay, they had used sonar, sound navigation and ranging to track all the oceanic ridges in the world. And in that place, they had discovered many things. They had studied the rocks there, what are the composition of the rocks, and because of those discoveries, they had proposed the seafloor spreading theory. Okay, so what are their findings that support that the seafloor is really spreading? So the first one, they found out that rocks are younger at the mid-ocean ridge. Okay, next, rocks far from the mid-ocean ridge are older. So if the mid-ocean ridge has younger rocks and as we move away from the mid-ocean ridge, the rocks are getting older, we can say that the youngest rocks are found in the mid-ocean ridge, and the oldest rocks in the ocean floor can be found on the boundary of the continents in the ocean floor. Sediments are thinner at the ridge. So the sediments are the accumulation of debris. Okay, so they found out that the sediments in the oceanic ridge is thinner compared to the sediments here in the boundary. So it complements the findings about the age of the rocks. Since as the rocks age, or as the ocean floor age, there is a thicker accumulation of sediment. So since the rocks here in oceanic ridge is the youngest, there is few or thin accumulation of sediments here. Okay, and then rocks at the ocean floor are younger than those at the continents. So we have here the map showing the plate boundaries. Since we are focusing on seafloor spreading theory, we will be um, enumerating or listing all the divergent plate boundaries here. So we have here the arrows that separates from each other. So those are the divergent plate boundaries. So let's start with this one. From range here down here, ayan, this is called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. Okay, this is called the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, which separates Eurasian Plate and North American Plate, as well as South American Plate and African Plate. Okay, the next one is East Pacific Rise, which separates the Nazca Plate and the Pacific Plate, as well as the Cocos Plate. Ayan, it ranges from here to here. Okay. And then we have the Indo-Australian Plate, which separates Indo-Australian Plate and the Antarctic Plate. So it ranges from here down here. Ayan. So these are only few. Okay, this may change as time pass by. Okay, since the plates are moving. Okay, and as we can notice, these can be found on ocean floor or bodies of water. Okay, another evidence of seafloor spreading is the magnetic reversal. So this one supported the seafloor spreading theory. Okay, so what is magnetic reversal? It is also called magnetic flip of the Earth. It happens when the North Pole is transformed into a South Pole and the South Pole becomes the North Pole. This is due to the change in the direction of flow in the outer core. So, in our discussion about the layers of the Earth, the outer core is said to be liquid and it flows. Since it is liquid, it is composed of liquid iron and nickel. And because of that ability, it generates our magnetic field. Okay, and since there will be a change in the flow in the outer core, our magnetic field will be experiencing changes also. So that is called magnetic reversal. So as we can notice here in the picture, this is the oceanic ridge. This is the ocean floor. And we have here the divergent plate boundary. Now, how come that the scientists discovered that there is magnetic reversal? So they had examined the rocks. Okay, remember, the rocks here in the ocean floor came from the mantle. And the mantle is composed of iron, silicon, and magnesium. Okay, we have iron, silicon, and magnesium. As they rises up, as they fill the gap here in the oceanic ridges, they solidify, it turns into rock. Remember that iron is magnetic. So when it solidifies and turn into rock, it will align itself. Okay, the iron or the magnetic domain of the rocks, they will align themselves uh, on the magnetic field of the earth. Okay, so here we have the legend. The darker blue or the dark blue is the normal polarity. Okay, and then the lighter blue is the reverse polarity. Okay, again, it is because of the composition of the rocks. It has iron. That's why the scientists discovered that there is the magnetic reversal that is happening. Okay, after 1 million years, what have you noticed? There is a change in the color in the mid-ocean ridge, meaning uh, we have here lighter blue, so we have the reverse polarity, wherein the North Pole is transformed into South Pole. Now, don't take it um, literally, it is only the polarity. When we say there is a magnetic flip of the Earth, it is not necessarily mean that uh, the Earth turned upside down. It is only the polarity of the Earth. Okay, so we have here a reverse polarity, meaning there is a magnetic reversal. Okay, and then after 2 million years, as you can see, there is also magnetic reversal that had happened. So we have here the normal polarity na. Okay, and as you can notice, it is symmetrical. The ocean floor across or the magnetic reversal on the left side of the oceanic ridge is the same with the right part, okay, the other side of the mid-ocean ridge. So it is symmetrical, okay? So it shows that the ocean floor, the magnetic rocks in the ocean floor is the same on the left side and the right side of the mid-ocean ridge. Okay, so because of magnetic reversal, the proponents of the seafloor spreading say that our seafloor is spreading. So this is the place of tectonic activity because it is spreading, it is moving. Okay, so we are done with seafloor spreading. So again, it was discovered by Harry Hess and Robert Dietz. Okay, so let's proceed with convection current. Okay, so I have here a sample activity. So we have here the materials. We have tap water and then warm water. We have the cup. We have transparent canister. We have dropper. We have turmeric powder. And we have cloth. Okay, so I use turmeric powder here because there is no available food color here in our house. Okay, so the warm water is inside the cup, and then the tap water here is inside this transparent canister. I use dropper to put the turmeric syrup or a turmeric solution here in the transparent canister. So this is the video. Ayan. So as you can notice, the turmeric solution is here at the bottom. But it started to absorb the heat coming from the hot water in the cup. So it rises up. Ayan. It rises up. Okay, it rises up. And when it reached the top, ayan, it turned sideways. Ayan. Turn sideways, then downward. Okay. Ayan. So it turns it rise or it rose up and then it turns sideways. So yeah, let's replay. Ayan o. The turmeric solution is rising because it was heated by the hot water. Ayan, at the bottom of the canister. It rises, and then as it reaches the top, it moves sideways. Okay, same here. Ayan, it moves sideways here. But it fade agad. So this is an example of convection current in liquids. So how can we relate that in the convection current happening in the mantle? Okay, so the mantle, as we all know, is divided into two parts. We have the lower mantle and the upper mantle, and it is semi-solid. Because of the hot temperature here, the rocks flow, but it also exhibits solid property. Okay, so when the magma is being heated here in the core or by the core, it will become hot and less dense. In density, when a liquid or a gas is hot or has a high temperature, it is less dense and it has a tendency to rise up or to move upward. Okay, so the hot, less dense magma rises up. Ayan. So the arrows here are red and blue. Red indicates hot, less dense magma, and then the blue one indicate cooler magma. Okay, so as the hot, less dense magma rises up, it pushes the plates away from the ridge. So that is called ridge push. Okay, as the plates or as the magma rises up, it moves the plates away from each other. Okay, it separates in opposite direction and it moves away. Okay, it pushes the plates from the ridge. Okay, so that is called ridge push. It is the process wherein the plates are moved away from each other with the help of the magma rising up on the oceanic ridge. It is also called ridge push because it happens in the oceanic ridge. Okay, so as the convection current here in the magma continues, there is also the continuous movement or continuous ridge push in the ridge. This is why the oceanic plate subducts in the subduction zone. There is a force pushing the oceanic crust to subduct in the subduction zone. Okay, now when the magma reaches the top, it becomes cooler because it is far from the core. So it becomes cooler. Remember that the crust has the lowest temperature of all the layers of the earth. So when the magma reaches the upper part of the mantle, it will lose energy and heat. That's why it becomes cooler. When it becomes cooler, it has a tendency to go down because cooler temperature has higher density. And when you have a higher density, you have the tendency to go down. Okay, so when the magma reaches the upper mantle, it will lose its energy because it is away from the outer core. It loses its energy and heat. That's why it becomes cold and it becomes denser. And the cold, denser magma goes down. Same here. Okay, it goes down and it moves the lithosphere above it with it. Okay, that is why we have a process called slab pull. As the lithosphere is being pushed from the ridge, the the cooler magma helps or moves away the slab here or the lithosphere going to the subduction zone. And because of gravity, the lithosphere or the slab here is being pulled downward. Okay, it is being pulled downward because of the gravity. So from the ridge push in the oceanic ridge, the plates is being pushed into separate direction in the divergent plate boundary, and then the plates are being pulled down in the subduction zone, which is the convergent plate boundary. Okay, so here again, hot less dense magma will rise up because it is less denser. It has energy and heat coming from the core. It will rise up. If it will reaches the ridge, oceanic ridge or the upper mantle, it will move in separate direction and some will ooze up in the oceanic ridge, pushing the two plates in the divergent plate boundary. Okay, pushes. So that process is called ridge push. And then when the magma reaches the upper mantle, it will lose its energy and heat. That's why it becomes cooler and it will move downward. That movement downward, sinasama niya yung lithosphere sa pag-move niya pababa. Okay, and because we have the gravity, it is being pulled in the subduction zone. Okay, so that is called slab pull, process wherein the slab or lithosphere is being pulled in the subduction zone in the presence of gravity. Okay, so yun yung force para ma-pull itong ating slab papunta sa subduction zone. Okay, so that is the convection current. First one is hot lessens magma will rise up. Okay, and then when it reaches upper mantle, it will lose its energy, it will cool down, and it will go down. Ayan. Then when it reaches again the lower mantle, it will absorb energy again from the core. It will become hot less dense again, and it will rise again here. Okay, so as you can see here, we have um, convection cells. And two processes involved is the ridge push, wherein the plates is being pushed from the ridge because of the convection current sa baba. Okay, that is why the oceanic crust subducts in the subduction zone kasi tinutulak siya ng magma from the oceanic ridge. Okay, remember, kung hindi naman yan itutulak dito sa oceanic ridge, hindi naman yan gagalaw, right? Okay, so from there, see plates, pinush na siya, ayan, gumalaw na siya, and yung katulong na process is the slab pull. Hinihigit naman yung ating oceanic crust pababa sa mantle with the help of gravity. Okay, so convection current in the mantle, hot less dense magma is being heated by the core, rises and it reaches the upper mantle. Okay, so again, the main source of heat and energy here is the core. Okay, when the magma absorbs the energy, it will become hot, less dense. Okay, and it rises up. When it reaches the mantle, it spreads out sideways. Yung kanina natin, sideways here in the oceanic ridge. And some of the magma will ooze up on the oceanic ridge being or and forming new seafloor. Okay, since the upper mantle is cooler than the lower mantle, the magma loses heat and energy and will become cooler, denser magma. So when it happens, it will go down to the lower mantle. As it reaches the lower mantle, it will be heated again by the core and the cycle continues. So that is convection current. Remember, in terms of density, if it is hot, it will rise up. If it is cold, it will go down in liquid or in gas. Okay, so remember this concepts in convection current. So in our convection current, ayan, ayan, separate siya. Separate ang movement. Hindi siya isang direction lang. It is separate movement. That is why we have separation of plates in divergent plate boundary. Okay. So question, do you think that the the earth is getting um, wider or smaller? Okay, so it is remaining its size. Why? Because, again, balik tayo. When the magma rises up, diba, new ocean floor is being produced. When a new ocean floor is being produced, on the other part of the world, we have here the subduction or the destruction of plates. Okay, so when the plates are being destructed or destroyed, it will melt, it will turn into magma, and it will combine with the magma here in the mantle. Okay, and pag nag-combine na siya, sasama na din siya dito para mabuo na bagong new ocean floor. So as a new ocean floor is being produced, on the other part of the world, a plate is being destroyed. So our Earth is not getting wider or smaller. Okay, it remains constant. It remains its shape. It remains its size. What changes is the landforms here on Earth, here on the crust. Okay, not the size of the Earth, but the formations here on the crust. Okay, so remember that. Now we are done with convection current, so we will be discussing plate tectonics theory. So the plate tectonics theory is a bigger picture about the Earth's crust, which states that the Earth's crust is divided into rigid segments called plates, and those plates are moving. So tectonics, it is the movement of the plates. Okay, kaya siya tinawag na plate tectonics theory. And we have the supporting concepts in seafloor spreading theory and convection current, also the continental drift theory as evidences. So we had divided those into chunks. We had discussed the seafloor spreading and convection current. Now we will be discussing the evidences or the continental drift theory next week. Okay, so again, the plate tectonics theory is a bigger picture, and the supporting details are from these three. So we had discussed that the plates are moving and the reason why the plates are moving. So we have the convection current and Through the convection current, we had discovered that the seafloor is spreading, also with the magnetic reversal as an evidence. So next week, we will be discussing all about evidences of continental drift theory that will support further our plate tectonics theory. Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. This was said by Andrew Gide. So remember that we cannot discover something if we will be only keeping ourselves in our comfort zones. Okay, so thank you for watching and for your lending your time to listen to our topic for today. And if you have questions, you may reach me out with this contact information. Okay, or you may send a direct message on Messenger. So let's see all of us next week for our next discussion. So thank you for listening.